So, whose hands are jacked up after that? Most people, right? Most people are like, my hands suck after that, that sucks. So I want to talk a little bit about more efficient grips. I know for the fourth stripe, I need to watch the belt so up. Sure. Thanks for listening. When I grip, I will generally grip with 2 fingers or 2 fingers. Doing this is using way too much energy. So you find that your grips are burning out by going like this. It's not nearly as efficient. So when I pull with my bottom 2 fingers, when I push, it's kind of my top finger and my thumb, right? I don't want to be just death gripping this like I'm trying to hold on to a giant sledgehammer and moving around. That's just going to make my life really miserable. And so generally when we set these grips, I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here, right? And that'll make it more efficient so you're not, your hands should be giving out. And then the other thing is, be okay with letting go of a grip if they got a dominant grip, right? So I take this grip, and we'll talk kind of about the hierarchy of grips right now, right? So generally, I want to be inside and on top if it's like self-defense, or if we're talking about just getting to their back, we need to be outside their elbow, right? And so if he takes a grip that I don't like, and I'm like, oh, I'm at threat of him getting around my elbow, this is a neutral position right here, technically, right? The only thing that would make it more neutral would be me going like this, right? So I'm not just gonna hang on for dear life and hope this grip's gonna stop him from arm dragging me right now, because it's probably not, right? But I could reinforce this grip and make it so he can't get around me. If I can firm a grip, this is gonna be more efficient than me trying to outmuscle this setup, right? Because once I'm here, I kind of go to take control. And then we can switch into wrestling grips. We'll talk about wrestling grips in the no-knee class, but right, this is a much better setup. So be okay with letting go earlier and just moving to something that's a little bit better. I know I gave you guys kind of 2 options for the grips, but those aren't the only 2 options, right? I could easily get grip over the top here. Some people really like this grip here. I play with it, generally if the person's shorter than me, I'll play with this grip. Other stuff, you'll see the judo guys will start to playing here with the belt. I don't always love the belt, because sometimes it'll spin on you. But that's kind of some efficiency things. Questions, comments, concerns on needing to push, pull, lift, steer stuff? Yes, Tom?
How do you like getting a good grip on it?
This one, I almost imagine, and I do the same thing kind of in no-gi sometimes when I'm grabbing on people. If it's no-gi, I'll you can't get like a solid grip, but I can grab like where the scapular ridge is right here and kind of find a spot to hang on. With this, I'll turn a little bit for you, right? I literally come over the top and I just drag my fingers up until I get a hook, right? And unless the guy is super, super just tight across the shoulders or he's rolled up, that's gonna be a super powerful grip. And this is generally this is pulling guard territory or jumping guard territory for a lot of things, right? I don't have as many chokes from here, right? It's hard for me to reset and go for attacks. I also think it's harder to set. It's not possible to set takedowns up from here unless it was one to get under the arm, right? This would be a good one for getting under the arm. But yeah, I usually just take that grip. You're not gonna be able to hold on to it for super long unless you get someone that's playing jiu-jitsu like this. Yeah, that's an easy grip. That's they're just gonna be able to take that thing. Yeah, I like it for being able to control it. Right? It's just another option up here, right? Jesse, you have another question.
Yeah, for the lift pressure, you said when you're pushing, you're going to pulling your days. Is there something you're thinking about when you're lifting it?
Hankies to the sky. Yeah. So when I take it's fancy fingers, right? I call it Flappy Bird in my kids' class because it looks like we're flapping the person like a bird. Yeah, it's that motion, right? It's just up. And so that motion allows me the ability to jack you up into the air. And so that moved with some other stuff, you can start to set up your throws, right? So, any other questions from there? All right, it's key class, so I am going to talk about guard pulling.